Explain what you're...
Totally going to explain, right? I'm going to jump right into it. So I wrote a paper, or I wrote an outline for a communications class at I attend Eastern Kentucky University, and one of the requirements for the class is a Communications 100 is the name of the class. So one of the requirements for the class was to present to a group of 5 adults at the conclusion of the class. It's one of the modules. It's the last module. It's public speaking. So I feel comfortable talking in front of a group. I have to admit I'm a little uncomfortable. I didn't anticipate talking in front of a small group. It's almost a little bit more intimidating to me than talking to a big group. So I'm going to jump right into it though. The outline I provided to my professor was some ideas for preventing musculoskeletal disorders in office workers. So musculoskeletal disorder is anything that affects the joints, the muscles, the bones. It's the biggest block of injuries that OSHA records each year. So I think it accounted for like 1,500,000 days away from work. So it includes truck drivers, it includes dock workers, it includes warehouse guys, office workers, because they all get these types of injuries. But I wanted to focus specifically on musculoskeletal disorders of office workers and stuff that affects them. So at the end of the presentation, I hope that you'll have an understanding of, or some knowledge of methods for stretching at work as one of the modes of prevention. And then some of the benefits of stretching as you sit at your desk. So wanted to disclose up front, this wasn't part of the course, but because we're presenting to a group of coworkers, the views that I'm presenting aren't necessarily the views of the company. So some of them may align, some of them may not, but they're not necessarily the views of HD Supply or YCAP. A little bit about me. Most of you probably know me. My name is Chris Evans. I'm an EHS specialist for HD Supply YCAP. My biggest focus is safety. In my role as environmental health and safety specialist, it's mostly on safety, a little bit of environmental. There's 2 main parts of that. Accident and injury prevention is one, and then, accident and injury investigation is one, and then prevention is the second one of accidents and injuries. So, kind of wanted to get into why it's important for you. Everybody here, show of hands real quick, everybody here works in the office?
Yes.
Yeah, that's myself included. Anybody ever been affected by like aches and pains of sitting at their desk or sitting in a sedentary position, sore backs or shoulders, wrists?
Yeah, I developed it.
Is it from the mouse? You developed it?
Yeah.
Shoulder
like
or back?
One, yeah, my shoulder, I sit slouched over.
Sure.
So it's hard to remind yourself, hey, sit up straight.
Is that what you do to sit up straight?
I periodically I have to have a reminder on my phone, stand up, because if I don't, I'll constantly just be on this roll of working and then hunched over for 2 hours.
That's really funny, and unfortunately, because I'm bound to 5 minutes, I can't get into it too much, but that's one of the theories that that we're going to talk through. It's the guy's name is Saltzman, Anthony Saltzman. He's a professor. He does research. I think it was ergonomics at Cal State San Bernardino, and he wrote a paper in 1998 where he researched and documented 2 groups of employees at a company. One group of employees did not have reminders, and they just said, make sure you stretch. And then the other group had a computer program that he designed that stopped the computer at set intervals every day. And that group actually showed improvements in productivity and overall health. So it showed like a 53, in that study, it showed a 53% improvement in the employee's perception, not their boss's perception, but the employee's own perception of how productive they were because they were stopping and stretching. So one of the other things, another guy, Middlesworth, did this other study. It was a little bit more recent, 2002. He cited that there wasn't one specific cause of injuries to adults with MSDs. There's a whole bunch of different factors that can contribute. So weight loss, personal weight, ergonomics, body positioning, the tools that we're using, prolonged positioning, and what that means is just sitting in one position. You know, you can just imagine you're hunched over like you're talking about, just using the mouse, making these little tiny movements, right? Because you move that mouse like this, and the mouse is going like this all over your screen. So there's all these different things that can affect this. And we have these ergonomists come in and do assessments and studies and change our workstations, and that's great, that's one piece of it, but there's all these other pieces to consider too. So they said that stretching is a big component of correcting that. And teaching and sharing. So I already covered the methods for prevention. So to wrap it all up, I think what I'm trying to say is, although there's not one single silver bullet that'll fix everything, if we're stretching or if we're taking the time and setting the timers and setting the reminders, we can help ourselves and reinforce some of the things that we've changed in our workstations. I know you've had some of the stuff in your workstation changed, right? Did they make any changes to yours?
I only took one of the changes that they suggested, so.
Oh, okay. But did it help?
Little, yeah.
Yeah. Do you do anything else that helps you out?
Just try and remind myself to sit up straight and to use my foot rest, you know. To
When do you remind yourself? Like when you feel it?
When it's
too little, too late, right? Yeah, exactly.
No, I do. Throughout the day, I try and remind myself to sit up straighter though, because it makes it difficult, you know, because definitely if I'm sitting in the right position in my chair, my feet aren't touching the ground, so I have to, you know, I have that foot
balancing that.
one.
All right. Anybody have any comments or questions? No? I appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.